suppose all that streaming didn't happen. Lovely. Here we go. An error occurred. Oh, I'm live. Look at that. I should have double checked it. And I didn't. An error occurred. Oh, great. It's not encoded properly. Huh. Alright. Looks like I made it back. Well, I had a stream problem. I didn't realize I was having a streaming end issue. So I spent last hour entertaining nobody. Just myself here. I made it from Mystery Lake to Milton. Had a one encounter with a wolf that I scared away at the Milton farm. And then there was a couple of wolves in the town of Milton that I managed to sneak around with, but delivered the two other deliveries. But I couldn't get to the third one in front of the house, grandma's house there. I gotta wait for the morning because the wolves are right there. So I'm gonna start the stream. Just have to pick up where from there. So I've only made 3 deliveries. Boy, I wish I would. I didn't even take a picture of them now. I got no evidence. I gotta go back. I gotta go back to the Barker farm at least too. I can get the ones in town easy enough. Get a picture of them. Man, I should have been snapping photos of them. Hey, I don't know why I didn't double check the stream. I totally didn't. I thought it was all going good. OBS was looking good, and I don't know. If you're here with me, thanks for being here. Welcome. We're gonna start up this paper loper. Started at Milton. Well, forlorn. Yeah, I didn't go to Hush River Valley. That's a place I didn't really go explore. Just stayed around. Yeah, I explored pretty much all of Milton for the first week. And then I made myself to Mystery Lake, yeah. And explored a lot of that. Coastal Highway was fun. I had to get down to Coastal Highway to... Got food poisoning there at Forlorn Muskeg. Got parasites, I mean. When did that happen? So welcome to the stream at least. We're going to head off. I only spent an hour just playing here without realizing the stream was not working. I can double check things over here. I had too many things over top of each other on my second screen. Alright. Looks like we're back in action. It's too bad too. I had just one encounter with a wolf at the Barker farm and a couple wolves out front, but that wasn't too much of an issue. Caught a deer too at the park. So we kept my well-fed bonus going. Take a few sticks, a few coal, just so maybe I can harvest more deer when I get over there. Hey, oh, that evaporated? I put water in here. If I'd had the timing right. Oh, that's not too good. Yeah, well. I gotta go get my evidence of my deliveries. Make a delivery to the front of the house here. Bait some wolves, but I don't think they're around. Now this guy, this delivery was a little shot of that. Little bastard. Little goading trick, eh? I don't know if this works though. It should work. Oh, it didn't work. Usually when you're on top of stuff, I find... Oh, yeah, bastard. Sprained my ankles. Oh, there's another one over there, too. Or are all 3 of them out here? Oh, yeah, all 3 of them out here. Lovely. Hmm. Buddy. I can't even use my boat. There's some action. I gotta get rid of these wolves. You should have brought my bait. Yeah, no torches. I ain't that fun. I don't like this menu. Oh, I jerk on my. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a little too hot. But warm. How many arrows I got on me? Oh, I dropped my boat. That struggle. Where's the boat that I dropped in the struggle? What the hell? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I drank the tea. Alright. I stabbed one of them. At least that one's going to be dead soon. This one here, you don't have to... Well, you wait till I get to the bait. I can't even remember if they come up to this doorway or not. I guess we're going to find out. If you lost sight of me, what? You're right down there. I can smell you. They don't come on the porch, right? That's what I'm thinking. Oh, it's a long shot. Oh yeah, they come on the porch? No. No, they don't. You go that way. Oh. The bait properly. It's been a while since I've been baiting them. Yeah. Come on, cookies. Better watch myself here. Now, I could have made him fear me, but I don't think so. I don't attacked too many times. Just let me go take my pictures. I lost track of it. Damn it, I just want to take some pictures. Do you understand? Take them through there. No, I don't like porches for some reason. Alright, well, that one's skittering off that way. I'll take my pictures and get it to go. I don't have video evidence of it. Oh, there's a little storm brewing. I'm gonna get attacked by a wolf again. Alright, there's that one. There's a wolf over there. I haven't made it over to Barker Farm yet. I made the deliveries, but I didn't have evidence. I didn't take pictures. Just stop with it already. Well, that happened. Guess he got scared. Oh, there's the one that I killed. Sucker attacked me. I have to stab him. Go eat him. I'm hungry. Usually if they're up here, they're not at the farm. So I can get out of Milton. Get back to Mystery Lake and maybe do sleep there. Okay, so 1 second. I can't see the chat right now. I don't even know if I got chat. Where's the chat? Would that be? Okay. Now I see the chat. I'm having all kinds of technical issues today. That's okay though. So welcome Ardonna and Miss Cam. Hey! Everybody's here. Alright, so I lost an hour of my stream. I left Mystery Lake. I got my gear together. It was kind of exciting, but not really. And then I walked to Milton. Made a stop at the park where I hunted a deer down. And, oh look! I'm scaring him off now. Sneaking up on me. So now I'm just going back to my delivery to take photo evidence of it. There it is. Alright. Now I can get out of Milton, right? Because I made the 4 deliveries. It should be down to 19. So 19 books here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14, and 5. Yeah, 19 books. I'm just gonna make it to that park, and this wolf already scared of me, but he's still in the tangle. I don't know, should I chance it, scare him one more time, or Just waste it. Don't be taking my arrow. There. Just got to get back to Mystery Lake and have a little rest. Should be good to go to Pleasant Valley. So I hope the new spraying system takes into account of carrying a weapon around. So I usually holster mine. Like, I can't, like I'm climbing rocks. So I can't see how I'm doing it with a bow and arrow in my hand like that. I don't know. I like to holster it just to get in the habit. Secret little goat path. Sometimes a couple wolves are on just the side of the hill there. Too bad the wind is blowing. Otherwise I would have lit a fire down by the deer. Finish the harvesting there instead of running back and forth. Let's take a chance with the wind. Mind you, probably only got a few minutes of fire to me, but see what happens here. Or I can just eat and run, I suppose. There's enough steak here. Could have a little quick rest and then see what the weather's like. I won't be tired when I get to Mystery Lake too, though. I'll still rest for an hour. Maybe I should just go. I could just eat the raw meat. I'm level 5 cook, right? Take a chance. I've never done that before, actually. I don't even know if I've eaten plenty of rotten food, so I mean, does it work? I'm on my Paperboy mission. Maybe I should find out, do some experiments later. We'll see it. What am I doing? Making a fire in here. Need a double cooker. Alright, got protection from the wind on this side, right? Misclick. Go harvest some more of that deer. And then we'll get back to Mystery Lake on a full stomach. Plenty of time. Managed to get some lunch while I got to the park. get it all done. I was going to quarter it, but at this, I'm just on the mission for Paperboy. Paper Loper. So far I've done it on, I first did it with Voyager, and then I tried it on Stalker, and then I now finally made it to Interloper. Interloper by far. 100 days, it's like crazy. Trying to just gather the materials. Keep talking. A couple of them for the walkway. Well, what's that game, Cooking Mama? Running back and forth. Once I get to Pleasant Valley, there's 4 books to deliver. Then the well-fed bonus wouldn't matter so much. Just walk into the fire, it wouldn't matter so much. Won't be carrying as much weight at that time. 8 books is 4 kilograms. So. All this water. Fire going on. What exactly are we doing when we break a torch down and make it into a stick? And why does it burn longer? These are some questions that are unanswered in the long dark. You would think the torch would burn just as long as the stick, but no. You get more firewood out of the stick than the torch. And it takes that extra minute to break it down into what exactly? I don't know, magic. Long dark magic is what I call it. Time ready to go. 12 minutes on that. 30 minutes. What? 30 minutes? Oh shit, I just gotta leave that one here. I'll wait another half hour. Turn on the inside cooker. If I ever do come back this way, so if you don't drop it, it should stay. Yeah, 18 minutes. Stays the time, right? One torch is not enough to make it to the cave. Hot tea. Don't really need the calories. Keep warm. Should have really. Back to Mystery Lake. Then to Coastal Highway. Need to do a little resting when I get to Mystery Lake, but kind of want to get all this done before our new update drops. Our Steadfast Ranger update's coming. Yeah, I don't like using torches. I mean, ropes. I usually just walk down, but take it straightforward this way. I'm on a mission. to deliver these hooks. Otherwise, I'd just goat down. Then you risk a chance of spraining. One time got a sprain while on the rope. Figure that one. I managed to climb it just the same down. I was climbing down. Or was I climbing up? Yeah, I was climbing up. Yeah, that was the oddest thing. Wish I had video of that. Now, if there's a wolf here, he'll come at me because I got a stake, right? So I might have to give him a little treat. Or I'll make it to the cave. I don't know. Is there bunnies around? Oh yeah, here he comes. Coming for my meat. Go for a bunny. Get a fresh little bunny instead of my steaks. Hey! Oh, I thought he was jumping around over it. He's like right over there. The bunny defense. Now there's a rope I gotta climb. So I definitely gotta do some resting in this cave. I used to be able to goat around that rope. They put an invisible wall. Now I can't do it no more. I just need about a 6-hour rest is what I think I need. And then it's all easy going pretty much. You right get back to the Trapper's homestead, or from there I don't even stop there. I just keep on going. Sticks. What exactly were you doing to make, like if I burn this stick, you get no time, right? See? 0. If you harvest it, you get, I don't know what kind of long dark magic that is. See what else. Get some teas ready for the way out. I like that warming feature. When you wake up, as long as you have your fire going, or as long as you just have embers. I don't even know why I'm breaking this up. Something to do, I guess. So I can have some coal. And have a little sleep. And climb that rope. But he's not tired enough to do a 10-hour rest here. I'm close. I mean, that's what I can do too. I don't know. I'd rather get all that done in the same time. Cross Mystery Lake. Daytime. I just found a bunch of coal when I came down here. Could sleep for 10 hours if I want. A few more sticks. I guess if I get up early, it's kind of the same idea. By the time I get to Mystery Lake, the sun is a little bit up. So, yeah, maybe I will rest here. I got a nice fire going. Breakfast for the morning. Yeah, I might as well rest here. Just thinking about it. Contemplating things. I won't get quite 10 hours in, but it'll be close. Okay, let's see how much health I have. 5. If you get 10 hours, usually you're dehydrated. You're starting, right? As long as you start off full. So now, do I need this bedroll? Nah, I might as well bring it. I mean, for the paper route, get the Pleasant Valley, and once you're in there, Coastal Highway, it's all places you can rest. I'll still bring it. Never know, I get attacked. Okay, well, I'm not getting full 10 hours. Must have got close to it. Oh, went up. I rested in a cave, I guess. I still can't see my chat clearly. I see it popping up. I must have the windows stretched out here. Or was it? Why am I not seeing it all? Ah, there you are. I can see the bottom of the chat. I seen the chat message popping up, but I couldn't see. Yeah, I got to get a better setup here. It's hard to read all that. All right. Got my breakfast. Had my tea. Sweet drink. Climb a rope. Some wolf around. Hope not. Careful now. Well, there's the springs. Almost made it. I didn't warm up a rose hip. Wind directly at him. It's gonna take forever on the spring. 15% left on this. Garbage. Oh, still hot. Must have been in a thermos. Pretty dark in here right now. Cool. So I don't know if you guys are familiar, like, with Paperboy, the video game. It's an old game from the 80s. With, like, handlebar controls, and you have to deliver newspapers. I think it was, I can't remember who, it was Atari or Konami, I don't know which one was it. Well, this is kind of based on it. I took the idea, at least. There's wolves instead of dogs, because dogs used to trip you up when you're on your bike. Used to make your deliveries on a bike, and be all kinds of obstacles to get around. Statues would just turn into living people. Just like people were just hanging out, hiding in the bushes, that kind of thing. Drunks on the road, all kinds of crazy stuff to prevent you from making your delivery route. I think you have to last a week, and then at the end there, that was the end of it. So, and in between you had a obstacle course you had to run. It's a pretty popular arcade game. Alright, so I'm going to need one of these. Pick up another one. Still only have one cup. Alright. Oh, I got a laggy stream, you're saying? All right. Yep, check into that. This is all good on my end. I don't know. It's all green on the OBS. It's not like it's overtaxing the machine or anything. Could be I have a crappy internet connection. I don't know. I used to have a good one. I'm changing things around here ever since there's been new subdivisions going up. So maybe there's more traffic on my line now. Who knows? I remember doing a test just not too long ago, a couple of days, 2 days ago. Yeah, I remember testing it, but it was early in the morning, so it could have been. Yeah. I don't usually stream in the day hours either, because I think there is a lot of traffic around here in this highly populated area now. All of a sudden, over the year, we just had about 150 houses just pop up right beside us, where it used to be a farmer's field. One thing I could do, hold on, where my video settings are at. I mean, I could do that. Oh, I see. I'm broadcasting at 1920. All right. I usually do. I thought I did 720 before. We can always try that. Let me get to a save point. Now, I have to exit and enter the cave here. Then I can save it. Have the game saved. So I'll try to get the frame rate up a little. I might have to reset things, so I'm going to have a save point. I'm going to go in and out of the cave. Not too bad over here either. I'll try to reduce my frame rate. I think that might help, because I remember broadcasting in 720 before, not 1080. I used to do recording in 1080. Alright, now I'm back. That looks alright. I reduced the bits, so it should transmit a little easier. I don't have the top quality stream like for bit rate for my upload. Got to get to the next tier. It does 720 though. I remember doing 720s before. Anyway, thanks for letting me know that was getting laggy there. Appreciate that. Alright, back into this. Got a sprained wrist. And I'll just keep on pushing on, I think. Use the daylight as much as possible. Time is of the essence. Take a few torches. I'll do a torch chain. That's alright. Plenty warm. Break it on. Let's go directly to the camp office, I think. Shortcut. Mr. Bear doesn't come out and greet me. Hey there, Mr. Bear. Mr. Moose. He's around here every once in a while. He sometimes like to literally pop in right on that slope. Looking. One time I was running from the hunters, or trapper's homestead there, right? And that moose popped out right in front of me, like on that slope, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't see you when I ran out." He just like literally popped into existence, spawned, right? Oh, I don't like that too much. I was like heading right for him, right? So, well, he didn't see me. I managed to get back without getting stomped, but gotta like hesitate when you leave. Like, I usually crouch when I exit a building anyway, if I'm in wolf or bear territory. So there is some hesitation, but at the Trapper's Homestead, it wouldn't been, I have no hesitation. I just exit and go, right? That's kind of like a little shortcut I take. I don't know. There's one chance for a wolf encounter up ahead here. But you got enough chance to really see. Like coming this way. Usually right over in that rock, so you can't see them. These bunnies, they come running after the bunnies. Then they, you know, you're like right in between. Hello, Mr. Babbitt. One day, when they had rabbits first come out, we used to be able to scoop them up, pick them up right off the ground. That was the best. And then you used to pet them on the head and let them go away. Now you gotta bonk them in the head. Oh, darn. I thought there'd be a wolf over on that side. I'll go this way. Got to hike up a little bit higher, but you come on the other side of the wolf, rather. Oh, good, good. I just read your chat. So the stream is coming in better? No laggy? Alright, we're back at the camp office. There's not too much that I really need to take. Again, I think I've got everything I need, pretty much going to need. It's going to warm up a little bit. I got a box of crackers. Never know. I don't really need the well-fed bonus. It's always handy. I want to drink these coffees though. I drank 2 already. Oh, almost forgot my torch. I'm gonna have to rest a little bit. I don't know. I'm not getting those full rest benefit. 10 hours in a bed. That's what I was trying to shoot for when I come out of Milton. Should have made it here, rested here fully. But I rested in the cave to climb the rope. Still kind of works good, so. Alright. So we could rest for a couple hours. Put some more firewood on the stove and rest for even longer, I don't know. That water. I left that can behind. Okay. %. Probably make the dam after a little rest here. Sleep at the trailer. But once I'm at the dam, I can pretty much make it all the way to Pleasant Valley and just sleep in the cave again. Yeah, it might be another better option. That'll be quicker. I'll be tired, but won't be in any danger. Right to Pleasant Valley, then sleep in a cave, and then make the trip into town there. Yeah, I think that might be my plan. Should be able to cross the lake now. So resting. My clothing is. I never checked it after that wolf attack too. No, it's not holding up too bad. Make a few more reach teas. Won't waste too much time here. Maybe I'll just get going. Sun's coming up. As long as it's not windy outside. Doesn't sound windy. Heard some creaking. Come on. I don't really have to wait for the water to boil. And then which water I got? A liter. One more of these. No, the bowl should be ready. Alright, 36 minutes. That's about an hour. Take a few torches. I don't know. Take some more sticks or not, but I'll pick stuff up as I go. Look at that, nice clear day. Chilly, but clear. Look, could be storm. I don't know. Those clouds on the other side of the mountains are going to come in. Don't see any wolves yet. So do I have any goating fans here? I know this Gam. This Gam likes goating. So I've got I got an area up ahead here. I usually pick up my torches and carry them with me, but I'm trying to manage my weight on here. All these extra books. I'll make sure I didn't have the moose hide satchel. I didn't have it equipped one time. Double check that. Oh, yeah, okay. Ardana, right on. Hope I got your name right, Ardana. Is that it? Oh, yeah. So right here is a good goating section. I mean, I think everybody knows about this one anyway. If you want to get to the dam, and you're like, you want to avoid the wolves, right, that are down there. Crouch. Just get up to this ridge. And you're pretty much, yeah, there's no critters up here at all that's going to get you. And then on some of the other levels, there's an extra little thing up at the hill there, if you want to explore. But you're definitely meant to come up here, because you see there's the stone piles there. What are they called again? Okay, good. Got your name right. But up ahead, I'll show you some. Well, I don't know. It's not really secret goating, because I think I showed it in other videos. It's like a decent shortcut, though. Oops, starting to get chilled again. Forgot to drink my tea when I left. Crossed that whole lake without benefit of being warm. I'm going to drink the other one too. Get myself warmed again. Yeah, the Karens. That's it. So scooting down here. And you can have a look for a wolf. Usually not one there. I've already been through here though. I'm just gonna right through it. Torch chain. Yeah, usually I keep my torches when I'm on interloper. A stick's a stick, even if you have to break it down. But right up ahead here, you'll see something that, well, again, I don't know why you're not allowed to go up there. I mean, it's not like I'm doing some kind of special magic. I'm just doing goading. But instead of, like, it doesn't necessarily help too much. I mean, it all depends on your outlook. I mean, there is a chance for a wolf encounter, like, up ahead, right? So you can climb this rock. And it gets you up into this higher ground area, which takes you right to the ravine, right? It's going to let you come out at the ravine area. Yeah, this is interloper. I've done the paper route on Voyager and Stalker, and then now I'm doing it on interloper now. So this is a bypass right to the ravine. Or to the dam, I guess, as well. And you avoid all that underneath there. You get here pretty quick. And it gives you good vantage points too, right? Let's just see here if anybody's out there. But it really doesn't matter because you can usually scoot down here. I think I'm coming down on the wrong area. Oh yeah, definitely coming down the wrong area. I think I was supposed to come down that slope. Oh well. Did I break my wrist? Sprained a wrist already. There's a wolf here anyway. Alright, Pleasant Valley. It shouldn't be too far away. Excuse me. I got all this daylight. What goodies I got in here. There's more of those. Definitely was a good thing to cross here in the daytime. Nighttime you could get an aurora, and then you can't cross, right? You're gonna get electrocuted. I mean, I wish there was a way to circumvent that, like you could maybe put something on top of it so that you could step on to. I don't know. But it's high voltage, so I mean, I think that's the purpose. But then there's this section here that you get electrocuted on, and then there's another section. So it's like 3 spots that you get zapped. This section. Go through the door of doom. Everybody who goes through here the first time has memory. At least I do. Crawling on the damn face, trying to get back in. Had no idea. Once you go through a door, you can't get back in through that door. How insane. You bad door. I mean, put your foot in the door, something. Don't just shut it flat. And the weather changes that fast. Come on. Well, there were clouds on the horizon. I remember seeing. It looks like the blizzard for sure is coming up. It's okay. Should be all easy going from here on. Then I rest in the cave. Maybe I can wait out the blizzard once I get to Pleasant Valley. In fact, talking about goating, this is my very first spot I went goating. Like, I had to figure out how to get to this deer that was over here, and I didn't know, like, what to do, right? So I figured it out. I managed to get to that deer by using that little goat path. And then I saw a few streamers. Oh, I got no more firewood. I guess it really don't matter. I'm freezing to death. I should light a fire up anyway. Oh, not anymore. Again, the cairn is up here, so... But I think you're meant to come around this side. But I found a shortcut. Freezing and tired. Go take a little breather into the cave in the back. I can't even run anymore. I guess I didn't warm up when I was in the Carter Hydro Dam enough. I didn't really pay attention to that. Just thinking daylight, eh? I want to get through this before the nighttime. I want to get into Coastal Highway, hopefully, before night. If there's no storms here in Pleasant Valley, I should yank it. It's only 4 deliveries. The farmhouse is usually is right away, so nothing in here. Nothing. Yeah, I might as well take a little breather. Okay. The Pleasant Valley. Booking it. You got it. Wish I would have found some newspaper rolls, though. Oh, those things are so much lighter. Hey, Mr. Rabbit, what are you doing way over here? I had a rabbit. I chased him all the way up. I chased him all the way over here. And up the hill. I was taking him for a walk one day. I couldn't get him to go down the hill here. That rabbit turned around on me. Stick won't help. Will help later, maybe. Let's make a fire. Still haven't harvested the deer. I mean, I don't know. I kind of need to eat. But I got a couple boxes there, so Maybe I'll skip it. Just keep trucking. If I can get to the farmhouse, then he's going to have a good rest. And then from the farmhouse, usually I take off and go into the rural crossroad area. Or I could do it the other way, where well, it depends on the weather. It is about right time of weather for crossing. I go the other way to rural crossroads right from the, hey, wait a minute. How did I end up in there? A little too tired to do too much right now. If I have a full rest, then there goes the daylight. I got coffee. I can mitigate it with the coffee. Decisions. Kind of messing things up here. Got to wake them up a little bit. Wanted to get that full rest at the farmhouse. That's, I think, the best idea. I just got to rest a couple more hours, maybe, just to get him strong enough to make it there, so he can outrun a bear. Or not outrun a bear, but out-dodge a bear. Can't outrun those suckers once they're chasing you. No reseed again. I think a couple hours should do it. See, the weather's fine when we get out. Not the best. Not the worst either. It doesn't get too... Visibility doesn't go down too much. And some calories soon. So if you don't want to go to the hunter's blind and the radio tower, then take this route here. Isn't too bad. It gets you... It bypasses all the wolves as far as I know. Takes you to the river. And you kind of follow that over to the farmhouse. At least to where the mailbox is. That's kind of where I'm going. If the weather stays like this, I might try to get to the rural crossroads instead. And sleep there. Because it's more direct. If I go to the farmhouse, it's out of the way. The only advantage is there's food. Okay. See a wolf around here. No. See, if you come through that way, which is over top the... If I would have come through that way, yeah. So I was at first thinking to go into the radio tower, right? And head to the farmhouse from there, right? But I think the weather's going to cooperate. And the fishing pond. That's a great fishing pond. I think before one of the updates, I think it was the Vigilant Flame or whatever, the fog is rolling in now. I was planning on staying in that cabin, just fish for like months. I had it all stocked up. And then the fishing, I think the cooking update came out. And it kind of like, I thought to myself, well, you have to play with the cooking if you're fishing, right? So I thought, well, I might as well start all over. It didn't take me too long to stock it up. I had a bearskin bedroll and had a whole bunch of firewood and coal. I just wanted to fish there for like a month. Just live in that cabin. Well, I can't read that. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right about resting. Now that the fog is rolling in, I gotta worry about Mr. Bear up ahead. Might surprise me. I might put my flare gun on just in case. Sometimes he's hanging around by that road. Yeah, I'm getting a little disoriented from the fog, but I'm alright. I can get down this way. Uphill. Got the water on my right. Where is the road? Like that far away from the road? This fog messes me up sometimes. Yeah, I'm like going right towards the water. Well, I mean, I just follow this around, but I meant to come up on the other side there by the road and the car. That's how bad this fog messes me up. Getting warmer out. Okay, how come I'm not found the road yet? I'm really lost now. What the? Bear country. This fog messed me up now. Oh shit. Pardon? I'm gonna go. It's gotta be right in front of me. There it is. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, you probably see a lot of those right clicks. I keep hitting the right mouse button. This is my old mouse I have to use. Quite a tale to tell. My new mouse that I got was working fine. It almost killed my paper loper here. I wrote about it on the forums. I mean, I was on top of the hill at Mystery Lake in front of the camp office. And all of a sudden, all my controls, keyboard, mouse, lock up. And I'm walking straight off the cliff. Oh, God. He fell off the cliff. Like, I tried to restart everything. I restarted the mouse. I put new batteries in the keyboard to hold everything. I tried to do everything I could do, eh? Try to stop it. Then I finally just hit the power button. I just powered down the computer. And by that time, he already hit the ground. He broke all his wrists and sprained all his ankles and tore all his clothes. Had 10% health when I restarted, and I was like, holy. Trying to do to me. Alright, better eat something. I see my condition getting red. Eat a box of crackers. Look at that rabbit. It was a rabbit. In my belly. Alright, So if I walk down this road, that's what I'm thinking. I can get right to the rural crossroads. Fairly straightforward, right? I mean, there is a chance. Oh, I haven't been through here yet. Oh, and I didn't bring my pry bar. Oh, that was foolish of me. Box of crackers. And the fog's starting to lift too, looks like. Just getting a little chilly. Hold on a sec. Is it warmer in here? Not really. Oh well. I always get tired too. That's what I was thinking. I'm taking a rest there. Oh yeah, maybe I'll rest. Yeah, bedroll will give me a few more degrees. Maybe a couple more degrees. I need to rest anyway, so 4.5 should make it. No storm. Please, no blizzard. Well, yeah, my character is still live. Like I'm still going. Like I managed to get his health back, and yeah, it was the craziest thing. And then it happened to me again while I was going out on the lake to ice fish. Like the whole lockup came again, and this time I was strafing to the right, so the danger was less. But I immediately just powered down and unplugged that mouse forever. And ever since, I've been using my older mouse. Things have been stable, like no craziness. And mushroom. Yeah, I haven't been through this area yet. That's right, I haven't been to Pleasant Valley at all. I should have brought my pry bar. Damn. Hey, Mr. Deer. I'm getting hungry. Well, I do have a box of crackers. I could just keep on going. It looks like it's going to storm anyway. I'll go eat those crackers. Well, I'll wait till I get to the house. Well, if I lose my well-fed bonus. Yeah, I'll eat them. Just to be sure I don't lose that. I found them there in the car. The deer can live. The storm kind of forcing me to go push forward. So I don't freeze to death too badly. So now I'm using my old mouse, and it right-clicks everything on me. Like it's like ergonomic issues, I guess. That's why I got rid of it. And it also shakes the screen. Oh, that's awful. It's got tracking issues. Maybe I thought it was a dirty lens on there or something, but it's not. So the screen will just start shaking. So I gotta constantly pick the mouse up and put it back down. Hopefully it starts tracking it better. Oh, I gotta get the new mouse. I gotta get a better mouse. I mean, I didn't buy a brand new mouse that was expensive. I should have bought something, I guess. But it was a Logitech. I figured I had no problem with Logitech before. Ooh, I'm getting real chilled. I'm thinking about staying at the barn, but nah, I'll push on. Drink a cup of herbal tea there, maybe. I'm pretty sure I got one with me. As long as I have enough calories for the 10-hour sleep, I should get most of my health back. Then I'll wait till the morning to cross there. Probably getting wet too, yeah. storm is freezing them up. Nearly there, though. Should be just after this little piece of wood forestry here. I usually don't come this way. As an interloper, I'm usually going from one house to another, trying to maintain health, but for this run now, while doing these deliveries for the papers, I'm trying to get them done as fast as I can. Trying to do it within, well, I've done them usually within 3 days. I think it's taken me a little bit longer on this run. It's probably going to be a 4, maybe 4.5. Kind of like halfway through it. Like there's 3 deliveries up ahead. And I forgot to take a picture of that farmhouse. Well, at least I got it on video, right? Alright, I'll make this delivery in the morning. I'll sleep in the house right now. Alright, we got some safety here. Should be able to... Oh, this has got no real bed in it either. So I gotta go over to the other house that has got an actual bed in it. I'll just have to warm up a little bit. If you don't sleep in a bed, you don't get the full benefit of the sleep, resting and healing. I don't want to strike up a match or anything, just seeing if there's anything on the ground. Oh, plain wood. Alright, well, we'll have to wait. Give it a minute while he warms up. Whether blizzard or not, we gotta make our deliveries. This one ordered the advanced book. Pick it up. Get it in there. Take a picture. Okay, Miss Camp. We'll see you in a little while. Thing in here. Missed out on all the goodies if I don't light up a match. Well, I got nothing. Wish I would have brought my storm lantern. It cost me a match to look around this place. I didn't bring a torch. Can't see a thing. Oh yeah, close the fridge. Cloth. Then I can make a torch. I think I had enough fuel for it. Come on, piece of cloth. Damn it. A match. I don't usually like wasted matches. I hate wasted matches. I think I searched everything anyway. That's better than. Oh, there's another book. Oh, I can't grab it though, because then I will get it confused with the other books that I have. All right. Doesn't matter. All I need to do is get. There's 2 more deliveries here. And I can get them during the storm, and then I won't be bothered by a wolf. I got a nice comfortable bed to rest in. Search that place up. Shooting guy. Yeah, that's the golden kitchen. It is. Alright, we got inside the house. We got the lawnmower going too. Is that loud for you guys? You hear that? Oh, wait a minute. There's no bed in this one. The other house on this side. There's a bed. Alright. A little quick look. Let me know if that lawnmower is a little loud. I can shut the window or. Alright. So leave the other house. It's got a bed. Pass some time here. Just to warm up. Running out of food too. That would be soup to eat. Yeah. Good for the morning run. Better wait till I get to the bed and rest. I want to eat the soup in the morning so I can stay warm. Just want some calories. And tea as well. 57. Hey, that's a partial tea. But you still got the improved rest. How does that work? Some water. Alright, now I got a good 10 hours in. I should be able to get his health back. Let's see. Yeah, down 38, Alright. Where am I at now? $42. Am I reading that right? Oh no, 71. Scavenging. Weather sounds really good out there, actually. Newsprint. You know how many newsprints I found? Looking for newspaper rolls. Never found one. Can. I'm told you not to leave those things inside there because they rot. But I don't know if that's true or not. So if you leave it on the ground, it doesn't go away when it gets ruined. But I've seen ruined items inside of cabinets. I had left stuff in the fridge in Milton, and there was plenty of ruined items that I had placed in there that were fresh when I had left. So I'd never seen, I don't know. Gotta experiment with that. Nothing in there. Oh, my food. Almost lost it. Almost lost it. Jesus, I'll have to be careful of that. Oh, what's that? Hit. So because I have the level 5 cooking, yeah, you can eat ruined food. It's awesome. That's amazing. I don't know how that works. Too bad this place doesn't have a... Look, another one. Too bad this place doesn't have a fireplace. But cook my tomato soup up outside, I guess. On the fire ring. Looks okay. Or maybe I'll hold on to the tomato soup. I don't know. It's chilly out. Just gotta get to the cave, right? Just gotta get up to the iron mine. Mr. Bear and Mr. Wolf are around here. So I'm gonna take the shortcut anyway. Hopefully they don't see me and I don't see them. There's one wolf over there. By that rock. Well, I brought the Maggie for that. Oop, what did I do? How did I click out of the screen? There we go. Free fire. Oh, I'm freezing to death. There's a bear out there too. So. That's 0 right now. Alright, I don't think I can make a fire warm enough to really warm myself up. Just drink the tea and go. I should be able to get up to that hill, no problem. There might be a wolf on the other side here. Scare him away. There's a deer. Less good chance there's no wolf around. That coal mine shouldn't be a breeze now. So now I got a bunch of deliveries to make in Coastal Highway. One of the most busiest areas, I guess, in town there. There's wolves, bears, moose. And then there's 3 at the cabins, the lakefront cabin. And then there's 1 left at the Harris home after that, so. I'm going to take a little break, though. I'm going to have a little break right now. I've got quite a few to go, though. Most of them are in town there. There's about, I think, well, there's 3 that got to go to the cabins, and then 1 at the Harris home. That leaves me 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14. There's 14 in Coastal Highway. I guess so. Doesn't seem right, though. 9, 10, 11. Oh, no, 11, yeah. And then, yeah, okay. So, I'll be about, well, a little bit more than half an hour making tea and such. And we'll be right back at delivering. I wonder if the update's coming. Should be any time now, soon. Alright. Thanks for being with me. I'll be back shortly.
The creative director for The Long Dark. I'm excited to share more details about our latest update to survival mode. We're calling this one Steadfast Ranger. For those players who have been following our development for a while, you know our updates typically include a number of new features and improvements to existing gameplay tools. We try to go back to mechanics and improve upon them, while also adding new elements. Hello everyone, this is Raphael, the creative director for The Long Dark. I'm excited to share more details about our latest update to survival mode. We're calling this one Steadfast Ranger. For those players who have been following our development for a while, you know our updates typically include a number of new features and improvements to existing gameplay tools. We try to go back to mechanics and improve upon them, while also adding new elements to the toolbox, giving you more choices for how to survive. The game has become huge and complex with so many overlapping systems, so we find this incremental approach lets us slowly build up the game on all sides, without fundamentally breaking anything. And each survival update also tends to lay another brick in the foundation of gameplay you'll experience in the upcoming episodes of Wintermute, our story mode. The first thing we've fixed in this update is the spraying system. A much hated feature in our game, sprayings have received a full overhaul, both on the systems and presentation levels. We've added a HUD element that warns you when you're walking on steep surfaces that could result in getting a sprain, while also increasing the slope angle that you need before you risk getting one. These should help clarify what kind of behaviors may lead to sprains so that you better understand the risks you're taking. The result should be far fewer sprains, but the ones you end up with will hopefully make more sense. We've also changed the sprain affliction itself to remove the insta-heal nature of the previous iteration. We've now split the sprain into two effects, a limp and pain. The pain affliction introduces a kind of pulsing visual effect to the screen, which is meant to be noticeable but not debilitating. It's treated with painkillers. The limp prevents you from sprinting and also adds a camera movement and pain voiceover to help sell the effect. It's treated with a bandage. So sprains should be more rare now, but when you get them, are harder to treat and have more of a gameplay impact. Remember that you can still get sprains from struggles and falls, and if the limp camera animation bothers you, you can always use the dampen camera motions option in the accessibility features to turn it off, without removing the other gameplay penalties. We've expanded the list of natural remedies in the game by adding birch bark tea. You can collect birch bark, typically found near birch trees, prepare it in the crafting menu, and then brew the tea like you would any other hot drink. The birch bark tea has a slow-acting condition restore effect. Keep in mind the buffs don't stack, so think of birch bark tea as part of an ongoing condition maintenance regimen, and less like a magic health pack. Like most things in the Long Dark, there are no quick-fix solutions. It's only through careful planning and maintenance that you can hope to survive over the long term. Sometimes exhaustion sets in and throws your whole day's survival plans into chaos. We've all been in those situations where we need a stamina boost for that final stretch of sprinting or the last few meters of that rope climb up Timberwolf Mountain. And you can't always just drop whatever you're doing to take a little nap. As of this update, keep your eyes open for the new energy drink, something that can boost your stamina and reduce your fatigue temporarily when you're in those tricky situations. Just keep in mind that you might suffer a bit of a headache afterwards. Rifle aiming has been pretty miserable for a while, so we thought it was high time that we fixed it. We updated the model and fixed the aim mode, which should help you fire more accurately and better understand your hits and misses. When you're in top condition, you should be able to hit your targets much more reliably than before. At the same time, the Long Dark is not a shooter. We just use shooting as part of your overall survival toolbox. So we asked ourselves how we could make our survival gameplay a more integral part of our rifle shooting gameplay. What we came up with is having your various external conditions directly impact your ability to aim and shoot successfully. We've replaced the circular sway animation with a procedural aim animation that is affected by your breathing, your cold, and your fatigue levels. If you come in off a sprint and are breathing heavily, you'll notice this heavy breathing makes your aiming much more of a challenge. The solution is to wait for your breath to calm down before lining up the shot. If you're too cold, you'll begin to shiver, which also makes it harder to aim. So make sure you dress appropriately when going out on a hunting trip, or consider making short excursions from the warmth and protection of a campfire or interior shelter. Aim mode now has its own stamina meter, which means you can't just hold in a fixed aim mode forever. You have a window of time to take your shot in before you will need to reset it. This aim stamina is impacted by how fatigued you are. And of course, all three of these factors compound each other. The end result is that if you want to hunt successfully, you need to prepare for it. Get in your top condition, rest up, get warm, and plan out your hunting excursions. All these effects are reduced as you gain rifle skill, and keep in mind you might not experience the full spectrum of these system changes if you've already maxed out your rifle skill before. As always, I recommend you start a new survival run so that you can try these new features out in a fresh game. Of course, unpredictability is a huge part of what makes the Long Dark compelling. You can't always rest and warm yourself up before that surprise wolf attack, and the rifle isn't always the most responsive defensive firearm. It's really designed more to be used as a long-range hunting tool. That's why we've added a new firearm to the game, the revolver. Unlike the rifle, the revolver is a defensive firearm. That's not to say you can't use it to hunt rabbits and even wolves if necessary, but that's not what it's good at. It's good at deterring hostile wildlife. The revolver has a lower powered shot, but ammunition is more abundant. It can be fired less accurately from the hip as a quick strafing reaction shot from when you're caught by surprise. It can also be fired in an aim mode where you are holding your ground. You sacrifice mobility for accuracy. The revolver has a dedicated skill whose progression, so think of birch bark tea as part of an ongoing condition maintenance regimen, and if animation bothers you, you can always use the dampen camera motions option and the accessibility features to turn it off without removing the other gameplay penalties. We've expanded the list of natural remedies in the game by adding birch bark tea. You can collect birch bark, typically found near birch trees, prepare it in the crafting menu, and then brew the tea like you would any other hot drink. The birch bark tea has a slow-acting condition restore effect. Keep in mind the buffs don't stack, so think of birch bark tea as part of an ongoing condition maintenance regimen, and less like a magic health pack. Like most things in the Long Dark, there are no quick-fix solutions. It's only through careful planning and maintenance that you can hope to survive over the long term. Sometimes exhaustion sets in and throws your whole day's survival. A slow-acting condition restore effect. Keep in mind the buffs don't stack, so think of birch bark tea as part of an ongoing condition maintenance regimen, and less like a magic health pack. Like most things in the Long Dark, there are no quick-fix solutions. It's only through careful planning and maintenance that you can hope to survive over the long term. Sometimes exhaustion sets in and throws your whole day's survival plans into chaos. We've all been in those situations where we need a stamina boost for that final stretch of sprinting or the last few meters of that rope climb up Timberwolf Mountain. And you can't always just drop whatever you're doing to take a little nap. As of this update, keep your eyes open for the new energy drink, something that can boost your stamina and reduce your fatigue temporarily when you're in those tricky situations. Just keep in mind that you might suffer a bit of a headache afterwards. Rifle aiming has been pretty miserable for a while, so we thought it was high time that we fixed it. We updated the model and fixed the aim mode, which should help you fire more accurately and better understand your hits and misses. When you're in top condition, you should be able to hit your targets much more reliably than before. At the same time, the Long Dark is not a shooter. We just use shooting as part of your overall survival toolbox. So we asked ourselves how we could make our survival gameplay a more integral part of our rifle shooting gameplay. What we came up with is having your various external conditions directly impact your ability to aim and shoot successfully. We've replaced the circular sway animation with a procedural aim animation that is affected by your breathing, your cold, and your fatigue levels. If you come in off a sprint and are breathing heavily, you'll notice this heavy breathing makes your aiming much more of a challenge. The solution is to wait for your breath to calm down before lining up the shot. If you're too cold, you'll begin to shiver, which also makes it harder to aim. So make sure you dress appropriately when going out on a hunting trip, or consider making short excursions from the warmth and protection of a campfire or interior shelter. Aim mode now has its own stamina meter, which means you can't just hold in a fixed aim mode forever. You have a window of time to take your shot in before you will need to reset it. This aim stamina is impacted by how fatigued you are. And of course, all three of these factors compound each other. The end result is that if you want to hunt successfully, you need to prepare for it. Get in your top condition, rest up, get warm, and plan out your hunting excursions. All these effects are reduced as you gain rifle skill, and keep in mind you might not experience the full spectrum of these system changes if you've already maxed out your rifle skill before. As always, I recommend you start a new survival run so that you can try these new features out in a fresh game. Of course, unpredictability is a huge part of what makes the Long Dark compelling. You can't always rest and warm yourself up before that surprise wolf attack, and the rifle isn't always the most responsive defensive firearm. It's really designed more to be used as a long-range hunting tool. That's why we've added a new firearm to the game, the revolver. Unlike the rifle, the revolver is a defensive firearm. That's not to say you can't use it to hunt rabbits and even wolves if necessary, but that's not what it's good at. It's good at deterring hostile wildlife. The revolver has a lower powered shot, but ammunition is more abundant. It can be fired less accurately from the hip as a quick strafing reaction shot from when you're caught by surprise. It can also be fired in an aim mode, where you are holding your ground. You sacrifice mobility for accuracy. The revolver has a dedicated skill whose progression is separate from the rifle skill. We've also added the revolver to the struggle weapon picker. You can use the revolver as a melee weapon to try to fight off an attacking wolf, and if you have loaded ammunition, you can even take a shot if you progress far enough in the struggle. The shot may or may not kill the wolf, but it will definitely scare it off. The revolver is only the second real firearm we've added to the Long Dark, and we don't really have plans to add more at this point. It's always been my fear that players would begin to run around the world of the Long Dark with a gun in hand, making it feel more like a traditional shooter. But in any case, I think the revolver and the rifle both have clear roles in the survival sandbox, and we hope you develop new and compelling strategies by balancing these tools and their trade-offs against the other things you choose to carry around with you. And if you're an Interloper regular, have no fear. We've excluded revolver spawns from Interloper games, so they will continue to be as punishingly hardcore as you like them to be. Speaking of Interloper, we've added a small thing that might be really meaningful for you players, as well as for anyone who is in the early or late game and finds themselves with either an abundance of cloth or a real lack of head and hand coverings. We've added improvised cloth wraps for the head and hand slots. You can harvest cloth from a variety of places in the world, curtains, blankets, other clothing, and use it to craft simple head or hand wraps, which will help take the chill off and probably prevent frostbite from forming in those areas. Sometimes it's the small things that count. As always, this update comes with a host of smaller quality of life improvements and bug fixes, as well as these larger new features. We've fixed dozens of bugs, added an improved weak ice indicator, updated the bow and arrow models, and added some blur to the aim camera there so it matches the more focused view you now get with a rifle and revolver. We've smoothed out some of the wildlife animations so they look better when moving through the world or when they are running right at you. And we didn't only touch survival mode with this update. We've also taken a lot of player feedback on Redux to heart and improved the Bear Spear missions in Episode 2, making the bear encounters more forgiving, making the Bear Spear gameplay more intuitive, and streamlining the final bear cave encounter so that it's not as frustrating. We've also added an accessible struggle option in the accessibility settings, which lets players toggle between the current tap-to-win struggle approach to instead a hold-to-win option. This should make Episode 2 and the rest of the game much more survivable for anyone who finds the rapid tapping or button mashing action to be unfairly challenging. The accessible struggle option picks a middle-of-the-road result in the struggle, which means that sometimes you'll get a better result if you tap to win, but a better result isn't guaranteed. This way, neither approach is more optimal from a gameplay standpoint. Use the approach you feel most comfortable with. Accessible struggle doesn't make the game easier, it just levels the playing field for those who can't make the tapping action work. As always, we hope you enjoy the latest update to the Long Dark Survival Mode. These updates are free to all our players, so all you have to do is make sure you have the most updated version of the game, and you too can play this content immediately. If you run into any bugs when playing the latest update, please visit hinterlandgames.com/support and log a ticket, and our support team will get back to you as quickly as possible. And believe it or not, this will get you help sooner than logging a negative user review because of a bug you encounter. Please remember that the people behind the Long Dark are trying to make the best experience we can for you, and while we work hard to make the game as bug-free as possible, we don't always catch them all. What we will do is always strive to fix any issues that arise as quickly as we can, and using the support portal really helps us to accomplish that for you. If you have any feedback or just want to discuss this update with other players like you, please join the official community at hinterlandforums.com, where membership lets you participate in the weekly Milton mailbag feature, amongst other things, and lets you share your love of the Long Dark with one of the best communities in games today. Thanks for listening, and enjoy your time in the quiet apocalypse. Hello everyone, this is Raphael, the creative
fan is loud. Alright. This back in focus. I was just watching the update on the Hinterland Studio website, on their YouTube channel, I mean. Loving that birch bark tea. Get some food, which I think I have at the fishing camp, and I can head into town, or I can just head into town. I don't remember if I got food at the end here. I don't think I do, but I might. Got crackers still, and I might as well just finish this as fast as I can to get on with the update. Oops, I'm not paying attention here. I'm trying two things. Trying to finish off my tea, so I can update this game and make some birch bark tea. Yeah, that's it. Birch bark tea. Welcome back, Ardana. So I'm planning on just getting to town as fast as I can. I had planned on stopping at the fishing hut eating, as I left a bunch of fish there from my last visit here. But I think I'm just going to get it done as fast as possible. Get that update. Gotta get that update. I'm glad it came out. I'm glad it came out, and from what I've seen from the video, it looks awesome. They've added substantial stuff. I'm really hyped for it. Yeah, I gotta say. Ooh, look at that. I got all kinds of snacks. I'm okay for food now. What else do I got another bowl here. I don't think I need any of it. Oh, crap. Oh, I've been through everything. I need that pry bar when I go to Pleasant Valley. That's what I need. The improvised headgear, and oh, that's good. That for interlopers, it's awesome. They've been listening to interlopers, that's for sure. Okay, so he's good and warm. Yeah, I didn't get to finish there, but hopefully the weather's out here is good. I think I got any. The whole aiming system's changed. The sprains, I love what they did there too. Yeah, they did their work, that's for sure. Somebody was paying attention. and the button clicking. Oh, for I don't know how thankful I am for that one. I really that one there, like you can change it now from click to fight or click and hold to fight, and they both have equal like chances. Amazing. I don't know how they pulled that off. So I mean, why would you click then? If it's, wouldn't everybody just choose click and hold? Oh, I don't know. I mean, my old mouse that got destroyed was giving me problems when I was clicking it every time I was in a wolf struggle. I mean, that was one of the reasons I took up goading. To be honest, I took up goading to get away from the battles, from clicking. Yeah, I'm very, very thankful for that stuff. That's for sure. So, looks like we're gonna start a new interloper. I don't know if I'll come back to this one. I might, but looks like you're gonna start a new one just to experience it all, like the hand wraps and all that. So, did I get torches? Anxious to try out that spraying system to see what's going on there. I'm always climbing on the slopes. Alright, so I drink a tea if it's cold out there. Sounds windy all of a sudden. Put a piece of stick there to keep the fire going in case it gets blown out. Alright, good to go. Minus 25. What? Trying to drink my tea. Well, I had a tea. I gotta get to at least the trailer and start from there. Not this trailer down this on the right, but the trailer that's near the bear cave. The storm doesn't do this in here. Holy mackerel. I like coming down in from that trailer because it gives me a vantage point from, I can see the town. Got to make sure there's no bear on the cabins ahead. Change that torch. If I can make that trailer, I can hang out there. I don't eat sticks right now. Looks like I'm gonna get a storm anyway. Which is good, I guess. I'll be able to get to that trailer then. I'll lose my fire, of course. Slide around. Yeah, exactly. Oh, we got a big storm. But I think you're right about having the click to hold is going to help a lot of people enjoy this game more, for sure. I'm going to be using it. I mean, they changed the one of the input options there for opening and closing doors and searching stuff. It used to be click to hold that too, right? And then now I changed that just to one click, and I appreciate that too. Everything that you've done there. That's awesome. Sometimes people don't mind clicking on a control pad, right? They got a button they can really click fast. It's easier sometimes. Feels more arcadey, right? But for people like me, which, you know, I'm not looking for arcade action. It's just mostly strategy in this game. Makes you plan out your right moves. I guess I'll take a quick nap here in the cot, warm up, and then head over to that trailer direct. I shouldn't have any problems with animals. There's a blizzard, so I'm told there's no problems. Hope I'm wrong. Alright, I keep my food up. Got a can of soup I should have made. Oh yeah. Okay. Just gotta focus. Gotta get to the town to make my deliveries. If I do it during a blizzard, then I don't have animals. I'll get out of here. Get the coastal Crumbling Highway. Be good to go. See if I can get this paper route done. Early morning on the day 7, I left Mystery Lake Camp Office to Milton and back. Where's how come I don't see Pleasant Valley in here? I just see Cinder Hills. Where's... That's weird. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. I didn't see it underneath there with so many locations that day. Alright. So I should make it to town. Or at least the trailer, and then warm up, and then town. Okay. Looks good to me. 29. Getting lighter as I go. I don't even think I need to carry any of that coal around, but I will anyway. I gotta make it to Crumbling Highway. Cabins. Bedroll. Yeah, I might need it. Just might need it. I don't know. Shouldn't really. Head into town. There's plenty of beds, and then get the Crumbling Highway. Can't sleep at the Harris home. But once I get there, that'll be it. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be using up those flares. That's for sure. Fireworks party. What I'm told, there's no critters during a blizzard. This is definitely a blizzard. Gotta stay out of the wind. Keep your clothing intact. So I guess one way to prove the theory is to see if the bear is sitting in his cave or not during the blizzard. Go poke the bear. You know what? I'm gonna not take any chances here. I've got the flare gun. Crawled down into the Raven Hills, or Raven Ravine there by Mystery Lake. So far, so good. Right into the wind. That's his cave right there. Well, he's not in his cave. I guess that means he's out patrolling. Okay. I think that theory about having animals not wandering around during a blizzard might be inaccurate. Because if he's not in his cave, where is he? Attack me. That's where he is. Eat my face. Come on, where the hell is he? Made it here anyway. Warm up a little bit, maybe make a few deliveries in town while I can use the blizzard as some cover, but bear's not in his cave. Is he in town? And maybe making deliveries would be not a good idea. I don't know. Oh well, I'll sleep for a couple hours. Probably the blizzard. There goes the blizzard. I got much to drink other than my teas. Still windy out. Let's wait. Sleep one more hour. Let's wait for the wind to die down a little bit. Or is it still blizzarding out there? It sounds like it's still blizzarding out there. Let me see this. It is too. Or was what was before not a blizzard? Was it just strong wind? This is a blizzard. Alright. Try to make the rounds. Go around with my flare gun just in case Mr. Bear is around. I don't think the wolves would be bothering me. Like I say, I don't think they stay in the blizzard. I can see anything. Okay. I ordered the frontier shooting. Nope, take a picture of it. I read most of these books. Got my badge and everything. Now, I don't know who lives here, but they wanted sewing classes and everything. Alright, one over this way. How frozen am I? Oh, not too bad. It's a bit blustery out here. No bears. No wolves. So I can get this done fast. No, it was this one, yeah, the same target archer. Oh, almost lost it in the tender. There, get it. Oh, did I take a picture of the last one? I can't remember. Can't remember which ones I took pictures of. So if there's a bear, sometimes he's coming down this roadway. I don't see him there. It's starting to break anyway. Yeah, I'll get this one done right away. Wait a minute, I gotta get up that hill too. Okay, so I'll get this one done first. Oh, there's a wolf. Look. There's a wolf right there. Was he out during that storm? Or did he just pop up? No. Don't make me kill you, wolf. means Mr. Bear might be coming out. I gotta get around to the front of the lake, too. Like on that side by the fishing hut. A few more deliveries over there. This one was a sewing primer, I remember. Okay, come on. Hold on, you want to go in there. Come on. Oh. Picture. Alright. So we got this side done. Except for, yeah, I got this whole side done. Right? Freezing. Oh, there we go. I was going to use the flare, but maybe I should. I'll get way over here. We'll come back to that one, I guess. Boogie to the house here. Excuse me. Alright. I'll take a little warm-up break here. Oh, I gotta keep that food going. Or stock. Oh, I can have a soup. This place has got a... Pretty sure this... Yeah, fireplace right now. Light up a fire here. How much firewood do I got? 6 sticks and 4 charcoal. Yeah, that should be plenty. So only need 20 minutes, right? I'll just use up the stuff I got. We got an update coming. We're going to start a new game. We got to use up everything. So I don't think I'm coming back. This is all just a dream, right? I got a couple outside to do. Gotta keep the firewood to make a safety fire, chase away the wolves, while I do the 3 outside. And then, yeah, I'll have to drink those coffees. Keep myself going. What got here? Keep everything myself dry. Oh, it's getting dark already. Yeah, I definitely want to just get going. That being all wet, though, is not the greatest. Just my gloves, really. Okay, and then I'll just get going. Keep myself fed, have some tea, keep myself warm, have some soup. Got 3 outside to make. Get some sticks together. I light a fire outside, and if a wolf does come around while I make my delivery, I can just go to the fire. There's 1 here in front of the house and 2 on the other side of the house, and then there's 1 as I walk away to Crumbling Highway towards the cabins or whatever. Probably go on the road, take the road instead of the water. Trying to wake myself up. Let's eat that soup. Okay. Let's make the delivery. Make a fire, make a delivery. I don't trust the wolves that are around here. They're sneaky sometimes. I always have problem getting the paper roll into this house, so I'm pretty sure the book is going to give me problems too. I'll make a little safety fire. Ordered the shooting guide. That already. See if it fits in there straight. I don't know why it's not going in. But the paper roll, the newspaper roll does the exact same thing. Because I don't know. I never see it go green ever. It's in there. So, you get it on top here. I think it's on top. There it is. It's the only one. This one ordered the fishing guide, I think. Yeah. Grab it straight on. What happens in there? Sometimes the wolf comes over that hill, eh? He's snooping. This one wanted the archery guide. Alright. Stick. Now just double check. I got 4 deliveries to make at the... and one at the Harris home. Why do I got... oh, darn. I know which one I forgot. The one at the corner here at the stop sign. I think I double checked that. Mr. Bear could be around there to greet me. Send me on my way. Almost forgot. This house here, yeah. They wanted the shooting guide. I thought I heard somebody out there. You little booger. I think I got a coat that protects me from them. I thought I was hearing some footsteps. I thought it was just a torch burning. Guess I could go warm up again. That fire should still be roaring inside here. A little warmer. Let's get those teas going too. Stuff. Almost done now. So we got 4 books for the cottages and 1 book for the Harris home. Question is, do I do it all right now? Technically, I think I can get it done. I'm just low on health. I didn't notice that. Yeah, I'm low on health. Well, let's say I sleep a night, get the health up, and it'll be easy. Well, I don't got the thing. I'm not tired. Oh, darn. Yeah, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to use those stim pens that I got. Of course. Stick. And then, once I get to the Harris home, that'll be it. It'll be just like a hopeless rescue run. But ending at the Harris home. Yeah. Not too wet. Shouldn't be stormy again. I mean, I just had a blizzard, right? 55 minutes. So I can always come back in here. How many sticks do we got? Just in case we gotta light some fire up. 5 sticks, okay. Sounds calm. Not very warm. Wait a minute. Did I make my delivery on this one? Yeah. Alright. So why do I think that I have an extra book? I think I do. I gotta rethink this. I gotta make sure that there's 3 at the cabins. Yeah, I think there's 3 at the cabin. Yeah. There's 1 here at the stop sign I didn't get. I mean, the one that I just had the wolf encounter on this side. But it was the other side too. I think there's another house out there that I don't remember going to. Take a chance at nighttime, or just take a stim pen and then rest. Just until morning. I don't know. Just that the health is low. Otherwise, I would go out there. Just don't want to get stomped by a bear while I'm just this close to the end, finishing it. Yeah, I could just easily just take a stim pen and rest. No other way to get your stamina bar down and run around the place. The fool. I'm pretty sure I'm missing 1. 1 for the Harris home. 3 for the cottages. That one was for the corner, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're all going to start a new run. Should I use up a stim? I mean, I got 3 of them. Well, I got 4 of them. I mean, it'll make me tired. I'm not too worried about the 15 health. It'll make me tired, and then I can sleep and then start fresh in the morning, right? I think so. I think that makes the most sense. I gotta get to that one on the corner. I gotta double check it at least. I missed one somewhere. Oh, I know where I missed it now. I missed it. It's up on top of the hill, where there's another burnt out house up there. Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of on the way out of town. Yeah, that's where I missed it. Okay. I think I'm still right. I think I'm going to take the stim and rest and start fresh in the morning. That way I got the health to do anything. I don't have to worry too much. or less. It's kind of silly to use these things on me. There's just no other way to sleep. I don't know. I wouldn't normally do this. Eat some foods. Make sure I have my calorie. Yeah. Has it in tea. There's just nowhere to sleep from here to Harris home. That would be the problem. So that'd be an all-night shift. Yeah, I'll just take a good rest here and get his health back. I can start off fresh in the morning. Make that last delivery on the hill, and then 3 to the cottage, and then 1 to Harris home. Okay, I'm glad I figured that out. Oh yeah, I should just pass by. Forgetting that. Drink this. Try to get my full health. Should get full health now. Resting in a bed. Need a couple more calories. I'll eat them all, actually. Not gonna need them for tomorrow. Eat all my foods, actually. Drop all that weight. Tomorrow is a new day. Be the last day. Alright, Mr. Paper Loper. 10 hours rest. Keep yourself healthy. Make your last deliveries. Early morning. Could warm up the tea and go, yeah. I should have some sticks with me still. 5. Want to make sure I have enough to make a fire, so I'm gonna. I thought I could break something up quick, but I'll just have to grab torches. One stick. What? Forget to make my tea. That's it. Guess I don't need that can anymore. What am I doing? Drop that. Warm these up. Be a quick day now. What don't I need to bring? Books. I guess I'll bring everything. I'll lug it all around one more time, right? Pull some torches out. Harvest these as sticks. I haven't actually checked, like I got download mine yet. I don't even know. It says it's live on the YouTube channel, but has it gone live, like, to download? Does anybody know? I'm waiting that for it. Salted crackers. Torch. Oh, there's a windstorm coming. Great. I guess I don't need the torches. Pretty many. Now we're good to go. Wind or not, we're not stopping now. I don't think there's anything going to stop me other than a bear. I might get entangled with a bear, but I hope not. Got this flare gun just to be sure. Got 3 rounds. So the hill that, the house that's up on this hill, that's where I gotta go. Usually I go to that one first. Because usually from the trailer, I would go to that house. But since it was a blizzard, I went right into town, right? And I bypassed that house on the hill here. That's what made me confused earlier. More hot drink. Chilly out. Sometimes I see a wolf up here. Let's see if he's there. Sometimes a deer as well. And a bear. Some orders of wind here. Kitchen. Oh, I had it in there. Okay. Now we're good to go. Drink. It's warm. It's windy. Oh, you got the installation going. Right on. I expect there to be a patch for like a fix or something too, so. But I'm excited to download it, that's for sure. Just the same. Some people wait, and nah. I'll just go for it. Is that wolf gonna bother me? There's Mr. Bear. That's the one I gotta worry about, I think, the most. Man. At least the wind's out my back. One thing I could say is an advantage. Pushing me along a little bit. Is that wolf gonna bother me? And the new update, they're going to be looking left and right too. Oh yeah, here he comes. Oh, little shit. You want a flare to the face, do ya? I mean, I gotta get my delivery done. You're getting in my way. Bastard saw me somehow. Quite a ways to go too. There, maybe go after these deer instead. Got a clearer shot at him if he does come at me. Might take the bow out. Or did I lose him completely? I might have lost him. Hello, dearie. Mr. Bear's sleeping, I suppose, or is he out there? Yeah, he's out there, alright. There he is. Alright, I lost the wolf. That's good. There might be another wolf up ahead, though. No, it's not. Pestered by wolves. A cold, hot drink here. Yeah, I got any left? They all gone cold. Okay, so Mr. Bear's out on the ice. And there's a bunny. So we should be okay here to make our deliveries. Shouldn't get a problem with a wolf, right? Okay, I haven't even been here yet. What's the order of the shooting guy? Chocolate bar, chocolate bar, chocolate bar. Field kits. I don't know why they wanted 2 here. That's what they said in the delivery order. Come on. Just gotta rotate it in there. Come on, I thought go green too. Alright, we're off to the Harris home to finish off this paper route. Newspaper magazine, I don't know. I didn't mean to make a fire at that car up ahead, I think. I'll make a fire here. So then Mr. Bear likes to come around. We'll just boogie out of here. Deer everywhere around here. Warm enough? No, not even close. Fire started. I should have used that. I had some lighter fluid. -13, I need at least 5. It went out before I got inside. How the heck did that happen? That's weird. Hopefully the wind doesn't blow it out. I got 4.4. Coal on. Make sure things warmed up. I got that much. How much health do I got? About 50, 60%, 68. I'm doing pretty good on the health wise. I think I can make the Harris home easy now. I think I'm gonna have any issues there. And we're done. Been a blast. Wind has calmed down. I might have a little snooze here, maybe. Hopefully the wind, yeah, it's not going to change. Should be good. It's going to be nice and warm. Finish this off. Head in there with the flare pistol and shoot. Don't ask any questions. Yeah, I think so. Those stay warm. Yeah, I was thinking about grabbing some sticks, but yeah, I'm just gonna use the flare gun. I don't need to put a fire down, right? Once I get to the Harris home, light off a flare is just gonna be celebratory. If I have to do it beforehand, well, to scare off the wolves. We'll have to. So I never did come into this part of the map. I left this all. Or no, wait a minute. No, I did come through here. Yeah, I did come through Desolation Point. It was Pleasant Valley I didn't go check. Pleasant Valley and Timberwolf Mountain. And Hushed River Valley. Those are the areas I never checked. Never found a paper roll. Now where are those wolves? Want to greet me? I was scaring them off already. Yeah, I just wanted to pet you. Well, we're done. With safety. Whoa! I can't get it in there. There we go. And this is done. I hear ya. Oh, we've done it. We're all finished. I can go live in the Harris home here now. This is my home now. I think that was my most successful run. Every other time I misplaced, like didn't make the delivery proper. This took a heck of a lot longer though. I mean, there were some times when I was in Crumbling Highway, or not Crumbling Railroad. Yeah, I was spending quite a bit of time in there. I got my moose skin hide there, and I made the moose hide satchel, and then then I got my food parasites from the wolf I ate. I was starving. I was making my way back to Mystery Lake to start up the paper route, and I was just, I was trying to keep the well-fed going, and anyway, it's all in the history now. Good to go. Thanks for being around. Appreciate it. Let's get into that new update now. I might be, I'll probably do something later on. So, I'm going to try out that new update. Thanks for being here. Steadfast Ranger.